We are back. It's another episode of Good Mom. I'm Sunny, and I'm here with Lindsay. And we have an awesome, funny story for you guys today because we're always sharing our crazy mom moments. And it seems, Lindsay, we have these like pretty much every day, especially since launching this show.
Isn't it amazing? I've been blown away by the crazy we have experienced. It's been great.
That's right. So we got to talk about them when they happen.
That's right.
All right. I want to share a story of what I did last weekend. Okay. Because it was really fun. So a really good friend of mine is going through a hard time. And I've been talking to her for, a couple months now about this. And she is moving on from her marriage. Okay. And she's struggling with it, as anybody would. This is a tough time. And it's tough for my husband and I because we know her and her husband and we love her and her husband. And, it's just tough for everybody. But in particular, I just really felt like my friend needed to get out and enjoy herself, And so I'm thinking, what can we do? And you guys, I don't go out nearly enough.
She doesn't. That is the truth. Mm-hmm.
I live vicariously through Lindsay, who goes out and goes on cruises and has a time of her life. I love it. You're a good influence on me. I need more of that in my life. Yeah. And so I felt like we needed to go out. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what can we do? What can we do? What's kind of the craziest thing that I can think of to do that I've had fun doing in the past? So I live in San Diego, and there is a place called Lips, like mwah, 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 Lips. Mm. And it is a drag show dinner theater, I guess I would call it. Wow. Okay? So you have these fabulous, I'm going to call them women, dressed up to the nines. They seat you at your table. They play amazing, fun music that makes you just want to get up and dance. They are all decked out, right? So think RuPaul's Drag Race, but a localized version of that, right?
Okay, I'm with you. This sounds amazing. Okay,
yeah. And I've been there one other time, and this is years ago when I first moved to San Diego, shortly after my husband and I got married. And I had so much fun, and so I thought, let's just do it. Let's just go down to San Diego and just have a good time. So I told my friend, I said, I'm not going to tell you where we're going. I said, are you up for a surprise? Because you just never know when someone's going through an emotional time.
For sure.
She's like, yes, I'm up for anything. I said, okay. So I made the dinner reservation, set it all up. And I just told her, I said, because she's like, what should I wear? And I said, well, we're going to go out to eat and then we'll have some entertainment.
You were a nice friend. You did. Okay, that's good. I'll come back to that. But that was nice of you. Okay, dinner, entertainment. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
It's code. Well, it's code. I was trying to keep it,
That's cool.
And so she said, well, what should I wear? And I said, the attire is hot mama, but I want you to be comfortable too. So don't feel like you got to get out your sequin gown. That's for the ladies dressed up at the show, right? So I said, we're just going to have some fun, and then maybe we'll go to other places, but, gave her the time. So we took an Uber down because I knew I wanted to have some drinks, didn't want to have to worry about driving. And the moment she got in the Uber, she's like, I think I know where we're going. And I'm like, really? And she's like, is it Lips? And I said, oh my God, how did you know? Turns out, and I totally forgot this, but she used to live more downtown than, where we are now. We're like 30 minutes from downtown San Diego. So she used to live downtown. And she used to go to this place every so often for brunch because they do a lot of fun things at this place called Lips. And so she was so excited though. So I was like, when's the last time you've been there? And she's like, oh, it's been a long time. So I'm like, that's perfect. Okay, because it had literally been like 18 years for me since I had been there. So we take this Uber down. Long story short, we have the most fun. So we come in and it's just the two of us. So usually people that go to these kind of clubs, they're like bachelorette parties and, large groups of people, with, phallic wearing stuff, whatever, right? Yeah. But it's just us two. And so they only have two places where two people can sit. It is right next to the stage. It like on either side.
You're in trouble.
They called it Lindsay, they called it the splash zone. I'm like, what are we getting splashed with?
Don't ask. These are not things you need to know. Not up front. No, you just go in with plastic bags.
That's right.
Okay.
But it was so much fun.
Oh
so
gosh.
the food was really good, which I was kind of like, is it going to be any good? And we laughed our butts off. I mean, maybe I'll even include some video to show you guys how much fun it was. We took some still pictures. We just had a blast. We were up dancing. I was screaming my head off. These ladies were so fierce.
Yeah.
So fierce. And I was taking notes on their dance moves. I was like, girl. How did you get that flexible?
That's awesome. That is so fun.
And so, yeah, we just had the best time. And then after that, we went downtown to San Diego to some of her old stomping grounds, to some bars. And we were singing in Irish bars and just having so much fun. And so we're titling this episode, Don't Be a Drag. Yeah. Not that you shouldn't.
Reasons. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we just had so much fun. And it had been so long since I had gone out and done this. And honestly, that night was just as therapeutic for me as it was for my friend, because it was just us, and I found a new dance partner. Like, we were dancing everywhere. I was on a dance floor, Lindsay, with people half my age, not even caring. I was just doing my own thing. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. And we need this as moms, and we don't do it enough. But sometimes, in order to get out of that phase, we're just like, you're being a drag to everyone around you. Yes. You need to get out and let the ladies show you a good time.
That's right. Exactly. And you guys picked something completely like off the wall. That is not, not everyone sits around and goes, oh, hey, there's a dance club, dinner club called the Drag Queen Place. I mean, that just doesn't happen every day. And I love that. You didn't get caught up in the, is it going to be okayness?
Yes.
You went for the gusto and you said, let us have some fun. And you did. You just did. That's the key to life, right? I mean, sometimes as a mom, I call it the getting caught up in the heavy, deep, and real. Mm-hmm. You have all these things you have to do, and that you get shoulded to death, and you don't ever take the time to just go let some steam off and don't be a drag, Yeah. So many women come home from work or from whatever they're doing, and they're just angry with the kids, the husband, the house, the whoever's in front of them. It's really, really important to remember that life's meant to be fun and to not be a drag. So find your fun. I thought that's amazing. Had I been with you guys, I'm not even so sure I wouldn't have shoved you up on stage.
I was in the splash zone, Lindsay. I almost got up on that stage. I practically was. Those ladies were coming around. I was dancing right with them. I mean, literally, I could have put my feet up on the stage.
See, just saying. So, that's actually a really good thing, because I want to share another story that's kind of related, but slightly different.
Okay.
The Kentucky Derby was at that same time that you were at the drag queen show that same weekend, And so many of my friends had hats and doing stuff that was all derby related. And I felt really left out. Like, I don't have a hat. I don't have a thing. So I went and created a thing from whatever I had in the closet so that I could participate in the crazy Kentucky Derby hat stuff in Daytona Beach. And that was just as good. I didn't have to have the monster hat or the super cute little fascinator. Those are great. And if you had time to think about it and you knew it, it was great. But it was improvising and going with it. Like, I could have sat home and been a drag and said, I don't want to do Kentucky Derby. No, instead I said, what's in my closet? What do I have? And I pulled out these feathers. They're like parrot head feathers because I live in Jimmy Buffettville. And my friends all went, that's really cool. Where did you get that? I'm thinking, okay, I love it. It's really cool. From the closet. I've had this forever. I don't even know. It was part of the costume where I went as a parrot sometime. I don't know. I just started looking for anything that would fit the Kentucky Derby theme. I was ready to pull out a baseball cap and glue stuff on it. I didn't care.
Why not? Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
So, the whole point, ladies, if you're out there and you're trying to figure out, well, what do I need to do that makes my fun? Stay in the fun. Don't get sidetracked by all the stuff that tears you down. Just find the fun. Find your fun.
We found the fun, Lindsay. We definitely found the fun. I didn't get home till 2 a.m.
What? Did you break curfew?
I didn't even ask what curfew was.
Good girl. See, that's the other thing. Be a mom. You're in charge.
I make the curfew.